Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So within today's video, we are going to be talking about Lionel Messi and Raphinha. I think that when we talk about these two players right now, they are very aligned. And I'm going to be explaining what I mean by this because it does seem like Barcelona see that it is almost impossible to have Messi and Raphinha together next season. It's either Raphinha stays and Messi continues somewhere else, or Messi makes the return and Raphinha goes to a different club. They cannot have these two players simultaneously. Now look, it says here, according to Tony Juan, La Liga have already given their approval to Barcelona's viability plan and they can bring in Lionel Messi. So as expected, right, we have gotten the answer. It was claimed multiple times that La Liga was going to give some feedback to Barcelona in the first week of May, and now we're sitting here today with the feedback and they have given the green light. Barcelona can bring in Lionel Messi. So Barcelona have shown to La Liga and they said, hey look, this is what we want to do. These are the players that we want to sell, and also these are going to be the players that we want to bring in. Now here's where it does get very interesting, right? It really is starting to seem like that proposal that Barcelona were giving out to La Liga, it did show that they were planning on selling and releasing Ansu Fati and Raphinha in order to bring Messi in. There has been many sources that was also claiming that Javier Tebas informed Barcelona that if they want to bring Messi in, they have to bring in another 100 million euros just to keep Barcelona in a safety net. And Barcelona, of course, had the response. They have already written their plan in that proposal, and they said, okay, if you want us to bring more income to this club in order to bring in Messi, our idea is to sell Ansu Fati and Raphinha. These are the two players that can bring a lot of funds. With Ansu Fati, it has been said that Jorge Mendes, who is the agent of Ansu Fati, can find multiple clubs for Ansu. There is huge demand for this young player, and he believes that he can bring around 60 million euros to Barcelona if Ansu does get sold, due to his age, due to his contract, and his performance. As for Raphinha, Deco also believes that he can sell his client, and there is huge demand for Raphinha also, just like Ansu Fati. And Barcelona is very confident that they can sell Raphinha for around 80 million euros. And so if you combine the selling fee of Raphinha and Ansu Fati, you do get a total of 140 million euros to Football Club Barcelona. Isn't that outrageous, right? Like Javier Tebas was asking for 100 million and we can sell players that ultimately sell to 140. And yes, it is possible that we can sell Raphinha for around 80 million euros minimum, right? Because it could be higher, and that is because of his age, it is because of his contract, and it's also because of his performance. His performance has been amazing. He has 10 goals and 11 assists. His contract still has like about 4 to 5 years left, and like I have said, he is in a very good age, very similar to Ansu Fati, but in a much higher level. And it does say here, according to sources, that Barcelona wants to start talks after winning La Liga. They're interested in a bidding war between Newcastle and Chelsea and would like to earn as much as possible out of a potential Raphinha sale. The club will definitely get a profit by selling him for 80 million euros or more. Within the club, they believe Raphinha's sale will eventually move forward. Deco, the agent of Raphinha, will soon speak with the club and will facilitate movements to ensure Barcelona gets the highest fee possible. His sale would help Barcelona financially. So yes, Deco is going to try and convince Raphinha that he should move somewhere else. I think that it's not even going to take that much convincing if you really think about it, because Raphinha is currently very concerned of what could happen next season, because he knows that players like Dembele and Messi will be playing on the right side and it would greatly reduce the minutes of Raphinha. And I know that Raphinha has a lot of goals, right? He wants to make it to the Copa America in 2024 and really start for the Brazilian national team. He wants to make it to the World Cup of 2026. Do you really think that it would be a great idea for Raphinha to be in a team where he does not see a lot of minutes, where in the next 2 or 3 years he's really going to have his minutes reduced because of Dembele's form and because of Messi's greatness, right? It's just almost impossible, and Raphinha understands this. And so if you combine that, right, with the bidding war of Newcastle and Chelsea, the price is going to be so high, and you better bet that Newcastle and Chelsea will fight for Raphinha, because Newcastle will be going to the Champions League next season. They are in the top 4. They want to continue to upgrade. What they have done this season has been spectacular, and they only want to get better. With Chelsea, they are in a dire need of becoming more competitive. They don't have a real right winger like they do. They have someone named Modeku or Modaka. I don't know how to pronounce his name correctly, but they do have one, but he's not like definitive, and they want somebody dangerous. Remember, Chelsea wanted Raphinha before, which was last summer in Barcelona. They won the race, and Chelsea continued to be hungry. They're willing to bid top dollar for Raphinha. I remember Chelsea were trying to overpay for Raphinha last summer, but Raphinha made that sacrifice to go to Barcelona. So Chelsea will come with the exact same attitude. And so this is perfect business for Barcelona. It would be a win for all parties. Deco will get his commission, obviously. Barcelona will be able to sell him for a good price, bring in the necessary players. Chelsea will get a strong player. And then we have Raphinha, who is going to be having all of the minutes in the world. He's very familiar with the Premier League, which is also another reason why Newcastle and Chelsea are willing to pay top dollar. And according to Fabrizio Romano, it has also been stated that Raphinha's exit will depend on Messi's signing. If Messi's return cannot happen, Raphinha's situation will change. He will stay. In other words, it's a domino effect. Xavi's happy with the player, though Barcelona feel they can get good money out of his sale. So maybe Xavi's not too hesitant on letting go of Raphinha. He does think that he is a special player, but if he knows that if they were to sell Raphinha in order to bring Messi and other players in, I think that Xavi Hernandez would let it slide. So now it's a matter of execution. Can Barcelona actually execute this and make all the movements happen? Because it has already been approved. Like, we are on green light status. So as of now, I'm pretty sure that Barcelona have already talked with Messi and they said, hey, look, we have gotten the plan approved by La Liga. Now we just need to execute it. So just wait a couple of more days. And the goal is to finish everything by June 30th. So expect Barcelona to act very fast. Now, don't expect to hear anything from Messi's side, or don't expect to believe like any rumors on Messi deciding where he wants to go. And at least for now, because the father even clarified and he said that, you know, we haven't agreed with any club. We are just focused on trying to win the league with PSG and nothing more. Like, there has been so many talks about some team in Saudi Arabia wanting Messi. They have also tried to bid for Sergio Busquets and Jordi Alba, and they have said that we'll take care of Busquets, Jordi Alba, and Messi if they come to us, and we'll pay them well. And while yes, that was probably real, there was never really an agreement from Messi, and Messi never even thought about going to Saudi Arabia. Even the wife, I've heard that she does not want to settle at Saudi Arabia with the kids, and so everything does point towards Messi coming back to Barcelona. Don't worry about anything. The only time Messi ever goes to Saudi Arabia is because of that ambassador deal that he does have, but nothing more. He's not going to go over there to go play for a different club. Now, I know that there are concerns, right? Because many are going to be saying, hey, Kevin, do you really think it makes sense to sell Ansu Fati and Raphinha just to bring in a 36-year-old Messi? Now, I'm gonna get a little off topic here. I just want to say a couple of things. I think that with Messi being at 36 years old, like, yes, that is a pretty old age in the world of football. Obviously, like in life, 36 is very young. I still think a 36-year-old is a kid in terms of life in general, but in football, yes, that is considered as a old age. But I do think that Messi at 36 is still very competitive. Like, I honestly think that Messi can deliver until the age of 39 years old. And let me tell you why. It is because Messi is aiming to win the Copa America in 2024. He is also aiming to win the World Cup in 2026, and he believes that he can make it to that World Cup and win the World Cup here in USA, which is crazy. Like, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there in the final. Like, I will. Like, if Messi is going to be in the squad of Argentina in 2026, I will be there. I don't care if he's like super slow and super old. I will be there. And you better bet that I will run on the field. I will go there and I will get Messi's signature and I will get a picture. Like, clip this and then just save it for the next 3 years. It will come back to it, right? But anyways, Messi is aiming to play for a much longer time than many of us did expect. Like, I don't know if you guys think that 36 years old is all about just finished players. I just don't think so. If you look at sports in general, not just in soccer, right? In football, athlete longevity has been increasing over the years into their 30s and into their 40s, right? Because of our advanced sports scientists, the nutrition that we have, right? The education, the training techniques, all of this is advancing. The injury prevention strategies, this is also very advanced. Look at how LeBron James, Cristiano Ronaldo, Roger Federer, Serena Williams, all of these different athletes that play in different sports, they're all over the age of 36, 37 years old and almost reaching 40 years old. Messi is going to fall in the exact same category. So I think that Messi can be at Barcelona for another 3 to 4 years and perform very, very well. Now, I do want to go back to my original point. Do I believe that it makes sense to let go of Ansu Fati and Raphinha to bring in a 36-year-old Messi? Here's the thing, right? I don't think that Barcelona need to generate 100 million euros only to bring in Messi. I do think that the whole idea coming from Barcelona is that they know that if they can bring in 100 million euros that is demanded by Javier Tebas, they can bring in Messi and also bring in other players. It does not just include Lionel Messi. I doubt Barcelona is making such a decision like that because I think that there is a deal, right? I just think that something is going on between La Liga, Javier Tebas, and Barcelona, and Javier Tebas is saying, hey, look, if you bring another 100 million euros, not only am I going to allow you to bring in Messi, but this is also going to give you the green light to players like Gundogan and Amrabat and whoever you guys want to bring. So I do think that with us selling Ansu and Raphinha, that is really going to give us the space to introduce the signing of Messi, Gundogan, Amrabat, Inigo Martinez, and Vitor. And yes, Barcelona will continue to make even more moves to bring more income in case they need to strengthen certain positions during the summer. Because remember, Barcelona still have not sold the rest of the Barca studios that they originally planned to last summer. They still need to sell around 24 to 25% of Barca studios, which they have not triggered yet. So Barcelona do have everything handled. I strongly believe in what Joan Laporta and Mateo Lemán are going to be doing. It is Mateo Lemán's last summer with this club, and like I've said, he's going to want to end his career at Barcelona with a bang. So those are going to be the latest updates regarding Messi and Raphinha and also with Ansu Fati. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.